Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So welcome all to this wonderful Sunday evening program. I'm very happy to be here among the Chochakong group. So many of them know me, and some of them are new. So I think it's a mixed group, right? Yeah, it's a mixed group, and some of them are very intelligent, already in the bhakti for many years. I know a few of them, and some of them are upcoming, and then they wanted to get into this path. They know that this is the right path, and then with a lot of other encouragement and other things. So what we thought in the last 2-3 weeks, that what I understand is we have started to some extent on what is this all spiritual gathering all about, and what is this going on. So at least to some extent all of them know, right? Right. So before we embark on this spiritual journey, some of them have already started this journey for a long time, and some of them have already passed through some phases. But we thought, as a new phase of this congregation, a new leaf, new chapter going on. So for some it might be a refresh, but for some it might be new. But one thing that we wanted to assure you, one thing that we wanted to give you a guarantee, that whatever that you're trying to do here, whatever you're trying to attempt here, will never go waste, will be always useful. And you may not realize it now, but after a few years, after some time, you will definitely see a big difference in yourself. Okay, that guarantee I will definitely give it to you. And that guarantee can be given by many others also. When you interact with many wonderful other devotees here, when you interact with them, they will also share what is the transformation in you. When you come and sit for a satsang, when you come and sit for a program like this, weekly once or a monthly once, what is the transformation? What is that lesson that I'm trying to learn? Is far more important than what is that I'm carrying away, and what is that going to be in my thoughts, what is going to be changing in my life is very important. Okay, so you might have attended so many satsangs, you might have attended so many programs, you might have attended some homam, some havan, so many things might have happened in your life. But most importantly, what is that inspires you? What is that you takes you to a next level? That is what is more important. So my humble request, see to that you get that point. It's not that another session just coming and going. No. So make use of it. It is up to you to make use of it. Right. So that is the first and foremost thing that I humbly beg at your lotus. So the next few sessions, all the wonderful devotees also will come to come. Is trying to establish the ground foundation of this spiritual path. Why are we here? What is the need for this? Is it really going to be useful? How far it is going to take me from now to next level? What is that I have to take? Okay, so that is the primary goal, right? So whomsoever is going to come today, I'm going to cover one portion of it. In the next few sessions, few others also will try to cover the next sections, and then get into a detailed study of Bhagavad Gita. Right, so that is the primary aim. Okay, so today's topic is okay for you?
You can leave it with that, even if it falls, the sound it will
Okay.
Okay. You need a mic.
Okay.
Maybe that thread is there, that wire, you can put it behind your.
That's it.
इसकी वजह से भी
It's out there. Okay, I'm fine. So today's topic we will cover something called as search for happiness. Okay, a very wonderful topic. From the spiritual journey perspective, we have coined this as something called as science of realization. And when I say we, it is by our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. He himself coined this word, search for self-realization. So one of the most important aspects of how do we see ourselves from our own Atma, from our own self, is called as the science of self-realization. In the next few slides, we will come to that. Okay, and the topic today I'm going to cover is more on something called as search for happiness. Okay, what is that everybody wants in their life? What is that everybody wants? Peace, happiness, then wealth, money, material life. Okay, what do the students want? Good marks. Teacher should not worry. Parents, no scolding, no homework, no waking up at 6 o'clock. right? Sunday also they are waking me up at 6 o'clock. So everybody's goal is focused on something that is towards their happiness. Is the happiness common for everybody?
Different person, different.
You have to use your intelligence now. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, for whatever topic that is coming in your mind, first and foremost thing is don't jump to an immediate conclusion. Right? Use your intelligence. So the question immediately I asked was, is happiness common for everybody? Somebody says yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Somebody says no.
Happiness is common, but what kind of happiness is?
How many say happiness is common for everybody? 1, 2, 3. Okay. How many is not common for everybody?
We can be told that we should, that type of happiness, that Krishna should be.
Yes. Yeah, that is high level. Okay, we are talking about
So happiness is the same, object is the same.
objective is same, but the goal, but the means and how to achieve and whomsoever what is completely different. Okay. So for a student, happiness, all that he wants is just get good marks and eat my own mee gori and this one, no idli dosa, and I'm happy. Right? So that is the children's happiness. But parents' happiness is different, elders' happiness is different, but the main goal is same. Right? So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, the fundamental understanding is that. Okay. So today we are trying to embark on that journey of what is that will take us towards that path. So everybody's goal is same. So we all agree. So our common goal, our common understanding, our common gatherings purpose is same. Agreed? So everybody's goal is same. Okay. So when we are going to go to that, what is that we are trying to see is we'll try to cover these specific topics today. I don't know whether we'll be able to cover everything today, but some of the basic aspects in terms of how do we identify ourselves. So among us, first and foremost thing is Krishna's giving about how do we differentiate between what we call ourselves as human life versus animal life. Okay, this is again a very wonderful topic, but everybody thinks it's what is this? It's a normal way of understanding, but there's a very vast difference. Right? Agreed? So we are not following animal life. Yes or no? Yes. Hopefully yes. So now we are getting into like. So what is that? What is that differentiate between us and the animal life? What is that differentiates? Or what is common? So we have seen this also: eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Maituna, like ahara, nidra, bhaya, maituna. In Sanskrit, the word is ahara, nidra. Yes. Intelligence is different. So is the animals? Does animals have intelligence? No, no. Intelligence. He used the word intelligence. No. Is animals have intelligence or not? Who says no? Animals have intelligence, but they use their intelligence only for these 4 things. For the living instinct. Either to survive, how to protect myself, how to get my food, how to sleep well, how to defend myself. So, when we use our intelligence, what are we applying on that? Right? So, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, the same buddhi yoga, the same buddhi that I have given to you and animals, it is looks like those same, but there is a large difference between animals' utilization of intelligence and your utilization of intelligence. Right? So, what is that difference? Our use of intelligence is to identify our goal of life, goal of this human body, goal of how do I identify myself as not an animal but a higher intelligent person. We all agree we are higher intelligent, obviously, right? But we at some point of time we are not like big elephants, as strong as elephants, or as powerful eyes as eagles. Eagles have the largest, most top powerful eyes, right? So every animal has got its own topmost intelligence, topmost shakti. So we are in one way very restricted actually. Like we cannot see that much. We don't have that much of power. We cannot that much of hear like snakes. So every sensory organ perspective you see, some of the animals have been provided that particular speciality, special intelligence for that survival only. But for us, everything is there, but still we are in a use of completely different intelligence. So in Bhagavad Gita, second chapter's fundamental point, what Krishna will try to say is, this buddhi or this intelligence has to be used for a particular purpose. And what is that purpose? is to identify who you are. Okay. So who are we? So that's the fundamental question that we have to keep asking. Yes, I'm a person. I'm not an animal. The first thing we are coming out. So everybody's objective is same. What is that? One is for our self-preservation, our own bio instincts, and our preservation. So whomsoever here in this particular group, or whomsoever in this room, or whomsoever, fundamental thing is how do I survive myself, right? Either to work hard, to do something, whatever be the means, our actions, our desire, our goal is all towards survival. Yes? Yes. So that is already there, that is already fixed. But what is Krishna saying? How do I come out of this eating? How do I come out of this? See, animals also eat, we also eat. We also sleep, animals also meet. What is that we have to come out? Is the first fundamental focused thing that we need to identify. Before we identify that, these two topics we need to go. Okay. So now we understand that we are a little more higher intelligent than the animals, and our goal of life is to identify what is that we need to know. Okay. So what is opposite of happiness? Sadness, suffering, obviously. So why do problems, or what is that sadness comes?
Well, it does not fulfill our desire.
Fantastic. So expectations, desires not fulfilled. Then
Disappointments.
disappointments. Yeah, correct. Disappointments also come. Why?
Expectations not met.
Expectations not matching. Right? But what is the real problems? For example, when you say the reasons for problem is one aspect, but when you say what are all the problems of life, which is directly connected with your happiness. So happiness is opposite of sadness, right? So Krishna is going to give you a wonderful path in journey in Bhagavad Gita when Arjuna was not ready to fight, right? If you go through Bhagavad Gita's understanding knowledge, Arjuna will say, no, I will not fight, because if I fight, everybody will die, I'll become smoker. And at some point of the time, nobody will be there to enjoy with myself. For you to have happiness, one is like your own self satisfaction, your own goal, your own happiness. Second is you need to have a group, you need to have friends, you need to have family, you need to have a good gathering. Then that enjoyment, that sharing is shared with everybody, and that grows. Yes or no? Yes. Then it becomes stale. Otherwise, it's not happiness at all. So Arjuna is making a very fundamental point. If I kill everybody, you're asking me to kill everybody. If I kill everybody, everybody will die. Where is the happiness? To whom will I share? What is the purpose? So I don't want to do. So at some point of time, Arjuna's questions, or Arjuna's reasons for not to fight will be so valid that like somebody is from an argument logic perspective will see, wow, Arjuna's perfect points are all perfect. But then beyond that, Krishna will start answering all those questions. So for us to understand that, we need to undergo this journey of Bhagavad Gita. Right? So Bhagavad Gita gives us an opportunity of identifying what we are supposed to do, how we are supposed to do, and what is that our goal of life. Okay. So now coming back to this point, which are the real problems of life? Okay. Can you give me some examples of problems? Natural calamity, poverty, all big things. Okay, normal problems.
Desires.
Desires are not problems, no. No job insecurity. Singapore, yeah, no happiness, yeah, correct. Health problems, okay. Then writing exams is a problem. Then tomorrow morning 8 o'clock is the biggest problem, everybody, or 7 o'clock, right? Once the 5:30 alarm starts, then the problems all starts, whatever be it, right? Monday morning is a problem.
Some people sleeping is also.
Sleeping is also a problem. Not getting sleep, right? But for others, you tell them, okay, sleep now, that is the best, then they immediately sleep.
Some relationship.
Huh?
Some relationship problem.
Relationship. So between relationship problems.
Prasad also challenge.
Prepare and prasadam is also a challenge.
Eating also problem, but
What?
some people that digestive.
Eating is also a problem. Health issues. Huh?
Everything is a problem.
Everything is a problem.
Life is a problem.
Life is a problem. Okay. Huh?
To do solution, that's
Yeah, there's a solution. Yeah. So that's what. So So this is opposite. This is directly opposite to whatever we're talking about. Search for happiness, right? So when you think about happiness, okay, how do I get all this happiness? That the problems start raising like anything, right? Right. So one thing that is very common. Okay. So problem is common for everybody. Yes. But as we mentioned, like how happiness is common, but it varies from person to person. Same way, problem is also common for everybody. The word problem is common for everybody. But the intensity, the time period, and then the cause of the problems, and then the severity of the problems, whatever attributes you want to add to that problem, it varies. Right? So for example, sleeping is a problem for somebody. For sleeping is the big bonus for somebody. You ask them anybody, anytime they will sleep. For some, they will not be able to eat. For some, they will eat 10 gulab jamuns also. Nothing will happen. Mornings, I know, like, no, at least some children, you wake them at 12 o'clock in the midnight, you give them ice cream, they'll eat. Correct? Right? So, one main thing is it is common for all. Second most important point. Does anybody wants problem? No. That is a big no. That is a big no, right? And nobody welcomes it. Nobody wants problems. Okay? And then third most important point. Can you avoid problems? Use your intelligence. See, now coming to some extent.
Problems will come, we have to
Face
resolve
it. You have to face it. You have to resolve
That
it.
is the big message.
Yeah. So this is the first lesson Krishna gives in Bhagavad Gita. Tam titikshvasya bharata. You will have problems. You will have to undergo this. You have to tolerate it. This human life and this material world, you have to have the tolerance.
That is the way he made this material.
Yes. Why? Again, he's giving another next immediate solution. Why he is giving that tolerate? He's saying, don't worry. Why? This will not be there for a long time. Now you are having problems. Don't worry. Definitely, it will go away. Next thing is what? Happiness will come. You will anyway forget it, or the problem itself will go, or somebody will come and solve the problem, or nobody will solve the problem. It will go. Whatever happens, after some time the problem goes away. You will get happiness, which means no one can avoid it, but it will definitely come. Will definitely go. Yes, accepted. Today there is some problem. Tomorrow the problem will be there, or it may not be there. But it will come, it will go, it will come, it will go, it will come, it will go, it will come, it will go. Same thing is what? Happiness also. Everybody wants happiness, but nobody wants sadness. Nobody wants dukkham. But still, both will come. Both will come and both will go. Okay. So this is the second lesson Krishna gives us. First lesson is what? First lesson is tolerance. Titikshava. Okay. Titikshava. In Sanskrit, the word is titikshava. Titikshava means be tolerant. Second is you have to be ready for both. Okay. Sukha dukkhe samay kritva labha labha jaya jayo. So you have to be ready for sukham dukkham. You have to be ready for, it's going to rain now. Nobody expected rain. Today is heavy. They were thinking, oh, it is very hot today. But in Singapore is always there. Like you shine or you rain, it has to go. In India, it is different. Okay. In India, if it's raining means leave school, leave. They'll wait for the TV news. Leave means very happy. But here, nothing. Rain or shine, you have to go. But very sure in Singapore, if it rains, after some time, right now it is heavy. It is going to be. It is heavy sunshine today. You all know. Yes, if it is heavy sunshine, definitely it will rain. So we are used. We are tuned to it. We are bounded. So if you are in Singapore for a long time, you will know. Even the government has made in such a way that okay, if you are having heavy rain, don't worry, nothing will happen. It will come. So you are bound to it. So this Dukkalayam, this place is also bounded, is also binded, is also conditioned for us. Like how Singapore is conditioned for us, the government has made a very nice arrangement that is all conditioned. Same way, this entire manifestation, this entire material world is conditioned for us. What is that condition? Yes, you will be happy for some time, but be ready for this one also. Even if you stop, even if you tried, if you want to come, nobody wanted Corona. Yes, anybody wanted Corona? No, it came, it went off. Again, now in the last 2 weeks, again everybody started having that fear. Everybody started getting masks. But one thing is very sure. What is that? It is only season. It will definitely go. So now everybody are like, Corona chalta hai, it's okay. It will come, it will go. I have my shot. Hey, did you put booster? No, no, no. Okay, no booster. Then. So everybody started having that. But one thing very sure, it will come, it will go. Right? So that is the first understanding. So when we get into that real problems of life, what is that we try to see? How do we understand these problems is also very important. So why do we have to understand these problems? For example, you when you talk about problems, the root cause of problems is very important. Okay, so in Bhagavad Gita gives you a fundamental foundation of not only about knowledge, not only about how to seek happiness, but to make wise decisions. So when Arjuna start asking very fundamental questions, Krishna gives very nice specific answers. But in the progress of that question answer sessions from third chapter to fourth chapter, fifth chapter, there is a gradual progression you will see in Arjuna. What is that gradual progression? The knowledge level increases, the way he poses questions also will change, and the way he he gets the answers also will change. By 18th chapter, by our 16th chapter, the entire thing will over. Everything will be over. Then Arjuna will say, whatever you ask me to do, I will do. But Krishna is above that. I have told everything. Whatever you want to do, you do. Right? At some point of time, you will see a wonderful relationship changing between Krishna and Arjuna. So Arjuna was not ready. Krishna made him to do that. But at some point of the time, both of them were kind of, he has got the real knowledge, everything. And then he says, Krishna, I'm ready. Whatever you want me to do, let me do. But what Krishna will say, I have told you everything. It's up to you to do. So this life is like that. Don't expect everything like, you have to, somebody will guide you, take you this. There are guidelines, there are procedures, there are rules and regulations, and there are advices. So many things are available. But it is up to you to take it up. It is up to you to take right decisions. So Bhagavad Gita gives you that opportunity. Why I'm again and again emphasizing the Bhagavad Gita? Now that when you go into these chapters, when you go into read, when you might have written already, when you might know so many chapters again, you might know the slokas also. But again when you churn the Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge will start coming. Right? When you get the knowledge, then the foundation will be more stronger. And when the foundation is more stronger, what is the benefit you will get? Happiness will be there. Second is you'll get more of good tolerance. Third thing is when something comes, you will know, okay, this has come and this will go away. And fourth most important thing is good decision making. This life in the next 15 years, 20 years requires a lot of decision making powers, a lot of courage and a lot of commitment, a lot of discipline. So that requires some kind of knowledge that is given through Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so now let's quickly analyze something on the type of problems. Right, we were discussing about various kinds of problems. So, for example, somebody was saying making prashadam is problem. Right, Shriram Prabhu was making, or Suresh Prabhu was selling, making it. So, what is the cause of the problem? What is the cause of the problem?
Maybe they didn't plan properly.
No planning. Okay, then. Huh? Yeah, the whole kitchen is burned. Who's going to clean the kitchen? My mother will say, you clean it. Okay. Then the cleaning is the biggest activity. Yeah, obviously, after every cooking, we know what will happen. Right? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Then
It takes a lot of effort.
lot of efforts. There is a lot of dependency. There is a lot of efforts. There is a lot of dependency, and we foresee this, right? But most importantly, it has got dependency on others. Yes, either you have to do it, but if you are not able to do it, it has got a dependency on others. Yes or no? Or you have to order food. That's not possible, right? So you have to. It is highly dependent. It is highly dependent or completely dependent on others. No. So that is a problem because it is dependent on others. Correct? Okay. Any other problem?
Cook also, they will say, don't want this.
Huh?
To make something also, say, I don't want this.
Yeah. So somebody will make the food and then they will say, no, I don't want this. So that is again what? Dependency on others. How nicely you make, how tastefully you make, it all depends upon the others. So this is also falling on that same category. Okay. Another problem?
Problem is, main problem I think that I can cook so better. That is the biggest problem.
Yeah.
But when I cook for Krishna and the devotees, then everything is
Yes,
settled.
correct. So it is again still dependent. I'm trying to make a point in a different perspective. So one is problems dependence on others, or it is completely dependent on others, right? Whatever it comes, it's our own problems. Example, health problems, my own health problems, mental problems. So our own problems that becomes because of our own actions, our own karma, our own desire, our own activities. Very clear. So today I am getting headache because of my own actions only, or because of children. That is another aspect. Because of others. So whatever be it, you will be able to clearly understand problem comes because of my own action, my own karma, my own desire, or second is problem coming out of others, depending upon others. There is a dependency, um, there is a need, or there is a requirement from others. Okay, then
From nature.
or from the nature, absolutely. So the last point he got it. Okay, third is from the nature. Nobody wanted it, it has to come, means it will definitely come. Nature can be flood, corona, whatever be it, suddenly it has to come, it will come, and you cannot say no, it will come, it will go, right? So there is absolutely no control on it. Okay? So now if you differentiate between these three types of sources of problems, Krishna will give you a very nice understanding in every chapter. In the fourth chapter, he give you a very specific deep dive into that understanding. What is that understanding? Oh, you have a problem. First understand what is the root cause of the problem. We do RCA. We have in Anand Prabhu. There is something called as RCA. What is RCA? Root. Everybody will know. Root cause analysis. All are management, all are IT. Okay, all are engineers. So when you do a root cause analysis, what is the output of the root cause analysis? Is to find why did it come? Can you avoid it? What is a permanent solution? What is a corrective action and a preventive action? Simple thing. So Krishna gives that answer only. Simple. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives that corrective answer and a preventive action. All that you have to do is, whenever you get a problem, first thing is you have to categorize into these categories. Oh, today I am getting headache because of what? Because of my own desire. So I have to do some kind of an action. I have to change my desire. I have to change my thinking. I have to change my way of action. Then this problem will not come. Today we have health issues. We all know why. Because our own eating habits only. Or we'll try to blame our parents or grandparents. These all diabetic all came from them only. Genetics. But doctors say you can change it. Yes, it is there in genetics. Yes, it is there. But you have the power. You have the action by your own desire, by action. You can change the course of it.
But homeopath, they take about Chodo Purush.
Yeah.
That is the problem. I mean, the four ancestors. What are your problems? 14 ancestors. Because they believe on that.
Correct. Okay. So what is the lesson that we are trying to learn today? Yes, I will have problems. When I get problems, I'm very sure that I have to be doing a root cause analysis. I will know what is the cause of it. The moment you know the cause of it, you will know the solution. Yes or no?
Yes.
So next time you get a problem, all you have to do is just take 2 minutes of time. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't immediately decide, yes, this is the way. No. Why do we get anger? Oh, don't ask this question. We have so many reasons, but there are no reasons also. Sometimes I get anger for anything and everything.
We have something in our mind, it doesn't happen in that way, we get angry.
Simple answer. Not meeting the expectations is the result of anger. My desire is something, my icha is something, I'm expecting something, it is not happening, it is getting into desire. So the solution is already there actually. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So these kinds of fundamental principles are laid down by Krishna. So why am I learning Bhagavad Gita? It's not about getting into loss of karma, getting into moksha, getting into liberation. No, those are all, hey, it is there. Okay, getting into karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, that is all there. Okay, that is all. But let's get into the fundamentals. Why fundamentals? Because this Bhagavad Gita will help us to take proper decisions. This Bhagavad Gita will help me in certain ways which I will be able to tolerate something. Bhagavad Gita will help me to take nice decisions. Bhagavad Gita will give me some encouragement. Why Bhagavad Gita has been there for so many millions and millions of years is because of this thing. Why great scholars, great pandits, great rishis, even scientists take Bhagavad Gita is because of this. Not that it will give me moksha, not that it will take me to, no, that is all there, that is all, it will come. But for general people, for everybody, it is for there for everybody. It is there for everybody means all kind of people is because of this thing. What is that? It is a one solution or one way of getting that way. How do I make sure that I am properly utilizing this Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita to understand who I am? How do I solve my normal day-to-day problems? How do I make my life happy? First thing. Second is about how do I manage, how do I ensure problems will definitely come, but how do I use my intelligence to manage my problems? So Krishna doesn't say, oh, after reading Bhagavad Gita, when you surrender, you will not get problem. No. Krishna is not giving that assurance. Krishna says, yes, problems will come, but you will be fully intelligent to face the problems. The goal of Bhagavad Gita is to get your intelligence at a higher level. That intelligence will come through a certain process. What is that process? Is to undergo this study. When you undergo this study, you will definitely undergo this. Right? So that is what we are trying to make an humble attempt. Okay? Okay. So these things everybody will know. What a okay, birth, death, old age, and disease. Okay, this is called Janma Mrityu, Jara and Vyadhi. Nobody wants this, but definitely it will come. Right? Okay. So whatever the problems that we mentioned is of three categories Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita: Adi Daivik, Adhyatmik. Okay. So any concept that we try to say here or has got a reference from Bhagavad Gita and has got a referential understanding also mentioned here. Okay. So anything that you see is through Bhagavad Gita's chapters and what is that? Okay. Adi Daivik, Adi Baudik, and Adhyatmik. Okay. So there are problems and how the sources of problems, and I need happiness. I have to use my intelligence to make sure it is completely balanced. Okay. So we have seen this root cause also, and we have seen the ignorance of root cause. We have why and relief is temporary. These portions are also we have seen. Okay, I don't want to get into these concepts. Okay, maybe I will just go into this. Okay, can somebody read any one of them? Mataji's? Anyone? Singapore. What does that mean? People get angry. Yeah. Less patience. We have tall buildings in Singapore, no doubt. Okay, but what is the tolerance level of people? The tolerance level is less. So Bhagavad Gita gives that first lesson. Okay. Any other point?
Bigger houses are smaller.
Spend more but have less.
Ah, Prabhu's kidding. Okay, big houses, small families,
Last time we had
joint families, everything. But we have it is gone now.
Conquered outer space but not inner space.
Yeah. So we have conquered outer space. What is that inner space? What is that inner space? Self-realization. So in Sanskrit, the word self-realization is called as Atma Sakshakar. Okay. So when you take Bhagavad Gita's chapters slowly, you will have Atma Sakshakaram, and then there is something called as Brahman, okay, and then the Paramatma, and then the Bhagavan. Okay. So in that way, you will realize realize about yourself, and then realize about the Lord, and then realize about how do you have that wonderful relationship between yourself and the Lord. Okay. So that is what we are going to take. Okay.
But degrees but less. Big degrees. Big degrees but less.
Oh, sorry, big degrees. Okay, big degrees. Okay, I think there is, yeah, big degrees. Big degrees. Yes or no? We have a lot of convenience.
That one is very nice. Added years to life, but not life to years.
How do you understand? Added life, years to life. Yes or no? Yes, but not life to years. So you have a very wonderful opportunity. This Chochugang group, you have a mixed group of highly qualified persons, very experienced devotees also, and then you have wonderful enthusiastic devotees also. So our humble request: try to have that collaboration, try to have that cooperation among yourself. Then you will see a lot of difference. Okay, because again, whenever again I keep repeating the same thing, because it might take a little slower for some time for some people, but for others it might be very fast. But after some few years, you will have that realization. Okay. A few more points quickly. Anything else specifically you want to? What is meant by this one?
But not prejudice.
What is meant by fancier houses but broken homes?
House looks good. House looks good, but always fighting, quarrels.
But the other day when I went to one home, right, the house was so neat, everything was arranged. Okay. Then my wife said, "This house looks like a museum." House means something should be here and there, no? Then only it will be. But for some, no, everything should be pakka. The water bottle has to be there only. Then the shoe should be there only. Sock should be there only. No, for some, I mean, I'm not going to go this side or this side. Okay, for some Matajis, this for Prabhujis, so this, but
They must have cleaned it.
they wish.
You need some chaos.
See, we need some chaos. See, if he is on the other side, but we'll have to ask your wife, okay? So it will vary, okay? So it varies, but that doesn't matter. But that doesn't matter. But what matters is what is happening in the house, okay? So what is happening in the house is very important, okay?
All men with short character.
Yeah. What is? How do we understand tall men with short characters? One of the very nice lessons Krishna will tell, Prabhupada will tell in the second chapter, when you want to understand about a person, how do you understand that person generally? Sir, Prabhu? How he speaks, okay? Then
How he treats,
his behavior,
how he treats those who are in a less
And your friendship,
position.
friendship, how do you treat, okay? Then yes,
How he
Mataji.
behaves when nobody is watching.
How do he behaves and nobody is watching? Okay.
Then how we will not know that, obviously.
Obviously we know.
That's the character.
How he behaving really in troubles.
Yeah. How he behaves really in troubles. Okay. So now you all started using your intelligence. I'm happy that you have started using your intelligence. Thank you.
We are happy that you are thinking I have some.
No, Krishna says everybody are intelligent. Prabhupada says everybody are good. Everybody are nice. Only thing is, it depends upon how much of covering, how much of layer of dust we have. Okay. Some requires little bit of dusting. Some requires or jadu marna hai. So for some it is like acid wash. But but everybody, so that is hard. That is a fact. Nobody is this way. Everybody are intelligent. Everybody are, when I say intelligent, everybody have been provided equal intelligence. Okay, Krishna is not. Is Krishna partial?
no.
Or the Lord is no? He's not partial. He's making it. The Lord is making it very clear.
Special devotee.
Yeah, he's giving, that is special category. That is VIP category. But general this is,
If he has a VIP category,
if he has to be.
if he has a VIP category, automatically you're partial.
He's giving everybody to anything, everybody to hear for you to survive. Okay, but the moment you say yes, no, I want to move out of this world, let me do something else, then he will take you to a different
So your
platform.
own desires go into the other categories. Right?
Everybody gets to
karma.
like
Hmm?
Is that desire or karma?
Because of desire, the karma,
Because of the desire, the karma will come.
or vice versa. Because of the karma, the desires of.
Whatever, however you want to put it. Both are like kind of back to back.
This one is becoming wrong on 40 to
Becoming long on quantity.
Quality. I think it is quality. I think it is quality. Yeah, it is quality. It is quality. Sorry. Yeah. It's okay, right? Okay. Then we can change it. Okay, where were we? What was the point I was saying?
Yeah.
Becoming long on quantity. What does it mean?
Quality of food is not there.
We have everything, right? We have everything. We are sufficient. There's nothing called insufficiency. But that sufficiency, is it in quality state? Is it really in quality state? It is a big question. It is not in quality state.
So this one is applicable in all the senses.
Yes. So why are we discussing all these points? Krishna answers all these questions. When you study, when somebody comes and talks about Bhagavad Gita, when somebody talks about certain aspects of karma, somebody will talk about what is the loss of karma, somebody will talk about Jnana Yoga, somebody will talk about Bhakti Yoga, somebody will talk about Ashtanga Yoga. So when they talk about all these so-called yoga, so-called activities, so-called knowledge, all these questions, fundamentals will be answered. So our attempt is to make our fundamentals very strong. So when your fundamentals are very strong, when your faith is very strong, whatever you are trying to build on top of it will be strong. Okay, that is the goal. Okay, because after 3 months, after 6 months, after 1 year, I don't know why I'm going, but it's okay, I'm going. No.
People is double income, but more diverse because of no fundamentals. That's why we have this issue.
Yes.
But when you say double income, it's not necessarily because of double income.
If you go a little deeper, then you will get that understanding. When you have double income, which means what? Husband and wife working. What is the expectation? When you get double income, what is the expectation? More sophistication, more convenience, more happiness. The goal was that. But unfortunately, fortunately, it will be good for somebody. But unfortunately, what is happening in a larger context?
Ego is coming from both sides.
And no, nothing to say. Everything, ego will start coming. This will come, and if there is no balance, if there is no this one, automatically it will. But if there is a balanced life, but if there is a necessity, for example, my parents, both of them had to go to work because we all. I mean, for us, eating, for getting, making our education, everything, they had to go. There was a necessity. But now going to job for both instead of necessity is become a, for 90% is become convenience. For more convenience, more. Nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. We are not going to debate on yes, no, and all. There's nothing, no debates here. But always go by the purpose of it.
They think that they can give good education to the children. Because nowadays education.
Yeah, nothing wrong. Yes. Nobody is going to argue on that. Yes.
Like for every example, it won't be true, but yeah.
No, I can give a lot of success stories also. So it is there. I mean, it is no doubt about it. It's there, but it is all. Again, I'm going to the same point. What is the purpose? What is the goal? If the goal and purpose is not clear, then everything will have.
More leisure, but less from
More leisure.
What is one way fun? Again, what is one way happiness? How do you differentiate between fun and happiness? English is very tough actually.
Fun is temporary, happiness lasts or sugar.
Yeah, happiness is flat. Well, you can bring any kind of Oxford dictionary way of putting it. Okay, but ideally, what is the point? You have more relaxed time. You have leisure time. You have this one. But with that leisure time, are you really happy? Are you having that real fun? You're trying to make yourself happy. No. What happens when you get leisure time? Watching TV, watching movie,
Reels.
reels. Facebook, Shorts. Yeah. So this will be answered. In second chapter, from 26th chapter, Krishna gives very specific point. Fifth chapter, he will talk about mind. Why Krishna, Arjuna will say, oh, I can control anything and everything, but I cannot control my mind. Everybody knows that. It's a fundamental universal problem.
So what Yoga you tell?
But Krishna gives that answer. What is the answer Krishna gives? Two important things. How do I control my mind? Today we will stop with that maybe and take some questions. Today, because Mataji touched a very nice point. Today, go home, think about that point. Okay. How do I control my mind? Krishna gives very fundamental answer. This again not from a spiritual perspective or from anybody can apply this principle. What is that principle? Ideas. No, not possible. No way possible. You can divert.
Always see at the feet of the Krishna.
See it at the feet of Krishna. You are saying very easy, but I know my difficulty. I'm searching for his feet. I'm not today. I'm in MRT. Tomorrow, my mind is in Hong Kong. Tomorrow, my mind is. Next moment, my mind is in Jurong Port. Next month, my mind is in Chennai.
So the whole story is basically desire.
Desire. Yes, desire is the root cause. Exactly.
The thing is, if you see, it's not a problem. It's a complete cycle. Because desire, then again you will get
Fantastic.
something, and then think. So what is required is a wisdom whether I am doing correctly or not. So that breaks the cycle basically.
Correct. Absolutely. Fantastic. Yes. So there's a cycle, and fourth chapter will talk about the cycle very nicely. Okay. It all starts with your desire. Desire lead to actions, and actions lead to fulfillment of the actions, and actions fulfillment lead to the results, and the results can be of three categories: either good, bad, or very good. Karma, akarma, and vikarma. And then again, because of the result, again you'll come back to desire, and then again. So it's a cycle. So it will, yes, absolutely right, and it will go. So what Krishna says, only two aspects. What is that? Huh? Abhyasa, very good. Hari bol, thank you. And one more he is saying, Abhyasena kaunteya vairagyasya didaput. Abhyasam and vairagya. So when Arjuna says this, I'm not able to control my mind, Krishna first says, yes, you will not be able. He gives that, he also says, yes, very tough. The only answer is Abhyasam and Abhyasena yogena, Abhyasena kaunteya vairagyasya didaput. He gives that solution. What is that? Abhyasam and vairagya. What is abhyasam? Practice. Whatever be it. Today, if you want to get good marks, what is that you have to do? Practice. Today, you want to go to one level to another level to another level, practice. But practice requires determination. That is called vairagya. Okay. This is, you can apply it for spiritual life, you can apply it for normal practical life, anything gives that solution. So convert or diverting that mind requires practice. That practice is through various ways, either through meditation, chanting, through studying. There are various channels by which you are able to control your mind. Okay. That also Krishna gives a lot of answers. Our acharyas also give a lot of ways. One of the easiest ways is to just keep repeating the same thing again and again. When you keep chanting, when you keep telling the Bhagavan's name, when you chant the holy name again and again, the mind will get channelized. You cannot control the mind. We'll get into one section called mind control theory. Okay, in the next few sections, there's a separate section for mind control. Very detailed scientific study, and Krishna gives very specific details about it. Okay, so it is all about how do you channelize the desires, how do you channelize your mind, then it will be controlled.
So it's about the changing of this. For example, I have a health issue and I
Right.
eat pizza.
Yes.
So my wisdom thinks that it's not for me. What I am doing it instead of pizza, I am asking us to eat salads. Object will remain because mind need objects. We cannot. Here, what we are replacing as an object, we are replacing it, which is good for us better. Even when I'm working for myself, I'm working for myself and all these things. But now I'm changing myself to the Krishna because I'm changing the object. Because on object, And because this cycle is must, if we have to live, cycle is must, we cannot. So we are only changing the objects, which is a very useful for us.
Perfect.
That's what we can say.
Perfect, perfect. So your objective has to be changed. That's all. Good. Okay. Good. Any other points? So what have we learned today? For somebody who came little late, somebody has to tell. What did we learn today? We didn't learn anything. It was nice lecture. All that I know is sometimes some good jokes were coming. That's all.
Yeah.
What did we learn today?
Tolerance.
First thing is what did desire. Okay. First thing, what did Krishna say? Is to tolerate. Second thing, both happiness and problems will come, will go. So don't worry. You cannot avoid. So don't worry. So first thing, so when you go to the doctor, first thing what doctor will say? Don't worry. But we only know we have our pain, right? When the doctor says, don't worry. Now we will say, I am in pain. But that is what Krishna says. Don't worry. Ma suchaha. The word Krishna uses in many times in Bhagavad Gita is what? Ma suchaha. And he gives, ma suchaha means multiple things involved. Don't worry, I am there. Don't worry, it will be solved. Don't worry, it will be going away. Don't worry, when I am there, nothing will happen. Right? So when you go to the doctor with full belief, we go to him. What is that full belief? Somehow my thing should be cured. My disease should be cured. And I'm fully dependent on him. Whatever tablet he gives, I have to take. Whatever injection he has, I have to do. I have to undergo that pain, But what? With full faith we are going. With full surrender. Even for normal thing, we go and surrender to the doctor's feet. So this is what Krishna says. For the entire life, you surrender to me, don't worry, I will take care. But nowadays what we do, before go to the doctor, we Google, a paracetamol there, but I don't want this paracetamol. We go and tell to the doctor, this paracetamol is this. Can you give me acidic salicylic acid? This doctor will say, now it is happening, right?
Happening also, it shows that my body does not want this medicine.
Yeah.
So we have to tell to doctor.
Those days, doctor, what he will do? Nowadays, another story is doctor has got there. Those days, doctor, what they will do? Simply hold our hand, this pulse for 2 minutes, they will tell Pakka diagnosis. Yes or no? Yes. But nowadays they will say, no, first X-ray, first this ray, that ray, everything, then you come to me. After that, nothing, right? When all the reports come, even the diagnosis is changed now. Those days, diagnosis was simple diagnosis. Just by few minutes, few touching the body parts here and there, doctor become our Acharya, our Guru, our God. But nowadays, we don't depend on. Now the doctors also say, no, because these people don't trust us, we have to show the proof. See, you have so much of cholesterol, so much of BP, so much of this one. Then we have to. Nice. Good. Then what did we learn? Next. Decision making. Before the decision making, we saw that the type of problems. What are the type of problems that come to us? 3 types. Adhyadvik, Admik. So, Adhyatmik, Adidaivik, Adibaudik. So we know the root cause of problems. So when you do know the root cause of problems, we know the solution also. Sometimes we don't have solutions. That is okay, but at least we know that we don't have solution. Okay, that means what? We don't have to worry too much about it. Sometimes we don't have a solution, but you keep worrying about it. Yes or no? So Krishna says, you don't keep worrying about it. If you don't know the solution, just leave it as it is, because definitely it will go away. Or you will have that patience to continue with that problem. We know that certain problems will be perennial for our whole life. But over a course of time, this is becoming our used to it. Part of your life, that's all. So either way that will happen. Okay. So we know that. And then what is the last thing that we saw? About these specific pointers. Okay. So this gives you a fundamental understanding where we are going into search for happiness and what is that we are supposed to goal of our human life. And then when you get into the next portion of identifying yourself. So in the next sections when the devotees come and talk, they will talk about something about Atma Sakshakara. How do I see myself as a different personality? How do I see myself as an Atma? How do I see myself as not this material identification with this material body? Why? Because that will give us a very clear understanding about how do I see others. Today I am seeing Mr. So and so in this way, right? And so this is coming out of this problem. But if I see him as from an Atma perspective, from a Jivatma perspective, from a soul perspective, that person and myself are same. Which means even a dog, even a small ant, to a big dinosaur, to an elephant, to my neighbor, everybody are same. So second chapter starts talking about that one. So I can stop here today. Prabhu, any other specific points you want to share?
But as this Prahlad Maharaj has said, that